They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Second down, Mariota. And this one caught by Coates. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw is Mariota. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, Murray. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They go with Murray again. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A first half update now from Philadelphia, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A handoff. It's Murray trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. In motion is Coates. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. To throw Mariota. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. DeMarco Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Titan football. Out come the Titans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
That was second down run for Murray. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. In motion is Coates. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Newton. Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Newton to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Mariota now. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mariota now from the 50. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Second and 10, Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Akeem Hicks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down is Newton. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Newton. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that and all Week 2 games as we go along. To throw is Newton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and now it's second down.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. Mariota being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this one is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now it's Newton. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
from the pistol. They run it with Murray. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Going long for Coates. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Sammy Coates, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Spins away. And he is knocked down from the side, right near the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Defense showing blitz. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Newton on 3rd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And the Bengals scoring again to extend their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes... Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. He finds it open. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Fresh set of downs here. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And the play clock's running down. Here's Mariota rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Johnson in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, leads him behind on the spin. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Panthers. 45 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Stewart on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's got this one down to the 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and just 1. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And surging back, the Eagles have taken the lead there. A win would be their first of the young season. First down, Mariota. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. In there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
And got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. Now Mariota steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield. It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it? Not good, and we saw the result. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline...